all that. All right. So today, I want to talk about the free report that is available at our website, leonardlau.com, www.leonardlau.com. All right. If you were to go to that website, you will be able to access a free report. And in that free report, which is about a 30 over pages report, which I've written for people who are seeking their breakthroughs quite a number of years ago. And in this report, I basically list down the 3 keys for anyone who is truly seeking the breakthrough that they desire. All right. So if you are someone who has been so-called, stuck at where you are, you've been doing your work, okay, running your life in the manner that you've been doing, and then for some reason you are just stuck there and you are not having much progress. You feel that you are not reaching the goals that you want. You feel that you are not getting the results that you desire. Okay, the 3 keys in the free report will be able to help you to gain a better understanding about how you can go about to do it, so that you have a chance of reaching the potential that you have, reaching the goals that you want. All right. Okay, in our earlier sessions, we did mention that, everybody is trying to seek their breakthrough. Everybody wants to have a better life. Everybody wants to have success. All right. And that's the reason why we read books, we attend seminars, we go workshops, we listen to speakers. All right. We look at YouTube videos, all in the attempt to learn and to find that secret that probably has been eluding you all this time, all these years. All right. So if you are one of those who are in this category, there are 3 keys that I'm going to talk about may be able to help you. All right. Provided you, of course, you take it seriously, you understand what I'm trying to share, and you actually participate in the real learning. And probably you have to do some additional work on your own in order to find the answers that you really want to. Okay, so what are the 3 keys to a person's breakthrough? All right, and remember, after the session, you can just go to leonardlau.com and access the report for yourself. You'll be self-downloaded once you subscribe to it. Okay, key number 1. Key number 1 is that you must first want a different outcome for yourself. That is the first criteria. You must really want a different outcome for yourself. Meaning to say, you are not willing to stay where you are anymore. Okay, some people say, you are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You refuse to be where you are anymore. You do not want to stay there anymore. You don't want to have the same thing. You don't want to do the same thing, get the same result, year in, year out, month in, month out. All right? You are sick and tired of that already. So that is key number 1. You must want a different outcome. So if you are a sales advisor, okay, what are you stuck with? What are you stuck at? Are you stuck at awards qualification? Are you stuck at MDRT for the insurance financial advisor? Are you stuck at a certain income level, $50,000, $30,000 per annum, $100,000 per annum? Are you stuck at the place whereby you do not want to be there anymore and you are desiring a better place, a better way of working, a better way of life? All right. If you are a individual who is going about to do your own things, are you stuck with the level of maybe joy and happiness that you are currently facing? Are you stuck with the kind of friends that you feel are not what you truly desiring? Are you stuck at the kind of work success that you are working on? If you're an athlete, are you stuck at the timing that you are currently having? Whether is it a 100-meter sprint or whether is it a high jump or whatever sports that you are engaged in, are you stuck at that same level of performance, so to speak? All right. So key number one, remember, you must first want a different outcome. You must want it. You must desire it. You must look forward to it. You must desperately want it. You must really, really want that thing that you are going for. All right. And I think it's very clear, and for a simple reason, because if you do not really want that thing, the new thing, the new result, the new outcome that we are addressing here, it simply means that you are okay where you are. And if you are okay where you are, then we should not be in any discussion, in fact, isn't it? Because you are okay with, let's say, an average life. You're okay with just 100,000 income. You're okay. You're okay with a certain level of performance. You're okay with a certain lifestyle. You're okay with the way your family is going. You're okay with maybe how your results are in school, in life, or in anywhere, in your sales and so on. If you are okay, then there's nothing to change. So if that is the case, if you are okay with it, then that will be a separate discussion that we will be engaged in. All right, which means that we have to address the motivation, and something that we talked about in one of our earlier sessions. All right, that you need to address your motivation, because your motivation is not empowering you. Okay, you need to see your blind spots in the area of your motivation. Okay, but for the purpose of today's mentoring moment, we are talking about achieving your breakthrough, achieving your quantum leap, achieving your transformation. So we are talking to a separate group of people. So key number one, you must really want a different outcome. Okay, so let's move to key number two. The important, the three keys are as important, all right? Everyone is important. So key number two is for us to realize that a different outcome requires a different you. Okay? A different outcome requires a different you. Meaning to say, the person that you are when you achieve what you really want is not the same person that you are now. I say that again, all right? The person that you are going to become when you finally reach what you want is not going to be the same person that you are now. Not going to be the same in what sense, all right? I'm not talking about actually about physical appearance. I'm talking more about, all right, your mindset. I'm talking about the way you see things. I'm talking about the way you think about things, the way you feel, the state that you are in, all right? The understanding that you have and the things that you are doing, all right? When all these things, all right, okay, if you are aware, what I'm talking about right now are all the inner things, the things that's within you, all right? When all these things change, like mindset, like your state, like the understanding that you have, like the thoughts that you have, the feelings that you experience, all right? Of course, the action that you take is the only thing that is external. The rest of it are internal things, are inner things, are intangible things. They are the invisible things, all right? When we change the invisible, you will achieve the quantum leap that you are looking for. You will achieve the transformation. You will achieve the breakthrough. Okay? And like we said in the earlier session, we are not talking about a 10%, 20% improvement. We are talking about achieving your quantum leap. So it can be doubling, 100% change. It can be tripling, quadrupling, or even up to as many times as you really want your goal to be. All right. So key number 2 is to have this realization that a different outcome, all right, requires a different kind of person than who you are right now. All right. And maybe I should add, just now I mentioned that I'm not referring to the physical, the outer appearance, but I want to say this, all right, your physical is also going to change. The way you look is also going to change, because when you change the inner parts of a human being, it is going to come out onto the external, right? Your disposition, your attitude, your beliefs, your body language, your smile, your confidence, your identity, your everything. It is all going to come out in such a way that you will also change on the external. All right. The fact that you will put that you will bother maybe to dress better and even to make up or to look better and all that also is being affected by the way you see yourself, by the things that we change from the inner to the outer. All right. In fact, this is the secret of how we help our mentees transform. Very often, for example, we work a lot with financial advisors, insurance people. When you have the mentees come to enroll into the program, normally they are average, all right? They are not seriously underperforming, but normally they are average. They are going okay, maybe 1/3 of $1 million round table for the insurance people, or even half of it, and you can see that their appearance, their behavior is so-called average. But the minute you help them to perform and they reach a high level of performance, you can see things change. And the things that change are the things that what I've been talking about just now. They have become a different person. All right? They have become a different person. And the difference that you observe in these people are not only in the mindset, in their attitude, their beliefs, their confidence, their smiles, their joy, and so on, but you also see their external change, right? So maybe they bother to put on more makeup, maybe they have more money. When you have more money, you can do much more things for yourself. Not only your family, you can do it for yourself, isn't it? So everything comes together. Everything is a vicious cycle. When success begets success. When you become successful, you become more and more successful. When you are rich, you become richer and richer. All right. But the same also happens when you are not performing well. Sometimes it just drags you down a little bit more. And that's the reason why, also the crucial reason why a lot of people are stuck where they are and they cannot come out of their situation and end up struggling even more. So that is something that ought to be eradicated from your life if you are in this category. All right. So key number 2, or rather key number 1, you must want a different outcome. You really want a different outcome. Key number 2, a different outcome requires a different you. Okay? Which means that you have to learn new things, and you have to believe new things, and you have to do new things. And that's how you engage. That's how we engage our participants in the process of mentoring and get them to experience all this. And in the process, they own the experience and it becomes part of them, and they internalize it and become a different person. Okay, so quickly, key number 3. Key number 3 is that most elusive and challenging component that probably most people do not talk about, and it is actually my signature topic in that sense. Okay, I have a mentee yesterday who came to the session, and a past mentee, and he reminded me that this is my signature topic, my signature session. Let me Give me a minute. I charge the laptop. Okay, charge the laptop before it goes off. Sorry for the distraction. All right, and he reminded me that that is my signature topic about which I always often talk about in my mentoring program. And that is key number 3. Key number 3 is that you must uncover your blind spots. You must uncover your blind spots. All right, that is a topic that we have been talking about in our earlier mentoring moments. And maybe I should just give a recap about it. Okay, the issue here is that there are reasons why we are not performing as we ought to. There are reasons why you are stuck at where you are. There are reasons why you are perpetually, let's say, unhappy. There are reasons why you are performing at 1/3 of MDRT. There are reasons why you are collecting $100 a month for every policy that you sell. There are reasons for everything, right? The question is, do you know what is that reason? For most of us, we do not know. Why? Because we just do. And the outcome is a natural process of what we do, right? We do something and we get the result. So for somebody, for a sales advisor, for instance, you know, they are used to selling $100 a month. Okay, it is because of how they think and the actions that they take. Okay, the whole lot of different components that affect him, and then leading him to getting a policy, a client that gives him $100 a month. Okay, for a super producer, a top achiever who brings in $50,000 regular premium, okay, it simply means that he has a different way of seeing things, a different way of doing things, a different way of understanding things that leads him to collect $50,000, $80,000, $40,000, $100,000 consistently. All right. So I'm giving you this example of somebody who is average or below average, and somebody who is a top achiever. So we can see that there is a mismatch in their performance, right? So understand this: the mismatch in the performance comes from a mismatch in the inner understanding of the individual acting out externally in the behavior of that person. Okay, so the thing here is this: as human beings, as I mentioned in my earlier session, as human beings, it is our very nature to have blind spots. That means we can't see nor understand very clearly about some things, especially about ourselves. We can't understand. We can't see. When you say you can't see, you are as good as blind. So can you imagine a blind man standing in front of you? You picture that scenario. A blind man standing in front of you, all right? And you tell him, you know, on the left is this, on the right is that. And you ask him, you know, do you know what's in front and all that? Obviously, he cannot tell you because he cannot see. Right? So the thing here is this: when we talk about blind spots, you must understand that even though our eyes are open, we cannot see the truth for what it is, so to speak. Okay? So the average performer or the below average performer that I'm talking about just now, he is just so used to his way of doing things. It is as normal as the way he breathes. So does he think about the way he breathes? He doesn't. He just breathes. Right? So in the same way, he just do what he's doing. So if you are an athlete or a student or a parent or a business owner, a solopreneur, a sales advisor, a financial advisor, a real estate person, an MLM person, right? Each respectively wanting to improve your performance, just understand with me right now, all right? Every one of you are just doing the things that you are currently doing without a sharp awareness of actually how you are doing it. Right? So in other words, you are doing it just like the way you breathe. So if I were to ask you, do you know how you breathe? In most likelihood, you will say, I just breathe. I don't go and think about it, all right? So because that's normal. You don't go and think about your breathing, all right? So in the same way, when you don't think about what you are doing is naturally producing a result for you. And in this case, in this example that I'm telling you, I'm saying that the below average performer is achieving below average result. He ends up collecting $100 a month, $80 a month. It's not that it's not good, right? But comparing to somebody who is collecting 40,000 a month or even a year, there's a big difference, right? So blind spots, what we are talking about key number 3 right now, okay? Key number 3 is that you must uncover your blind spots. And this is, as I mentioned, the challenging thing. To uncover your blind spots, you must heighten your awareness. Uncovering your blind spots is akin to having an aha moment. An aha moment would mean something like, average performer looking at somebody who's performing and say, I finally understood what he's trying to say when he talked about you must be a very good listener. And to understand that he is not a good listener, he talks too much. You understand what I'm trying to say? So when you can see the gap, when you can see the difference in the two performance or the two actions or the two understanding or the two mindsets or the two motivation or the two mastery, the difference in that area, you are beginning to see your blind spots. Okay? Okay, I know that it's not easy to understand truly what a blind spot is. And actually go out to execute it, which is the reason why people come for our coaching and mentoring session, because this is exactly what we help them to do, to help them to uncover their blind spots, to do step number 3 for them, helping them to be aware and then to do the right things instead, so that they can be more aligned to the habit patterns of a top producer. All right, as far as insurance and financial advisors are concerned. All right, so again, I'm saying it again, you have to identify their blind spots, help them to see and understand it, and then to tell them what they should be doing instead in order for them to get a different results, which is like doubling, tripling their results. Okay, so in the example that we give just now, it's like, for example, we make him aware that he is not a good listener, that he's talking too much, right? And the new behavior is to help him to bite his tongue, to resist talking, to know that it's okay not to talk, to know that he has to have confidence, that silence requires confidence. Silence requires self-belief, that you need to give your prospect the space to share, to understand that the more they share, the better it is for you, because you are listening to the needs that they have, right? And your job is to probe, to ask more questions, to get deeper, to bring the client or prospect to a deeper place where they have probably never been before. And when you can do that, you will become even better. It will help you to close the sale even easier, right? Okay, so key number 3 is uncovering your blind spots and to rectify the things that you're currently doing to do the right things. And this will lead to the new result that you will have. Okay, so here you have it. I've shared the 3 keys that is in that free report. It was originally named Uncovering Yourself, the secret to your breakthrough. Okay, the key to your performance is to know about yourself more, is to uncover yourself more. All right. Okay, you probably appreciate that what I'm sharing here is not a typical sales training. In fact, some people will be wondering, is this sales training at all? But I can tell you that this is the secret that you are looking for if you want to be one of the top producers, if you want to enjoy your life as a super producer, or just to be a higher performing human being, whether you are a parent, a business owner, an entrepreneur, a student even, a leader, because everybody is first a human being. You are first a human being before your role comes in, before your job comes in, before your profession comes in. All right? The human being, I always talk about this in my seminar, the human being that you are is probably hindering you, the professional. The person that you are is hindering the professional that you are. And that has to be addressed if you want to be a high-performing individual. Not only must you work on your profession, you must work on the person. This is how you can be balanced. Okay? Too many industry training is focusing on the profession. More product knowledge, more sales ideas, more regulatory requirements, and those things in those areas. Those are, it is not bad, it is essential. You have to know all this. If you are a real estate person, you have to know the regulations and the pitfalls and the rules and all that in order to advise your prospects and your clients. What I'm saying here is that if you want to be a top performing real estate professional, you cannot just be having this. Everybody is having this. Everybody is passing the same exams, learning the same stuff, attending the same courses, getting the same accreditation. The thing that sets you apart is the person that you are. So that applies to you if you are a financial advisor, an insurance person. That applies to you if you if you are an entrepreneur, a student, an athlete, or whatever, because you are first a human being. So you have to take care of that person that you are. All right. I always tell people that the person will always go before the professional. When you meet your prospect, when you meet your client, and you break into a smile and offer your hands to shake his hands, it is the person that you are who is shaking his hand first. All right? Before minutes later, the professional will come out of you to do the job that you need to do. So the person must be taken care of. Okay, I've been sharing for quite a while. I probably want to round off this session. And to round off, I think there's nothing better for me to recap once again the 3 keys. 3 keys before your breakthrough can happen. Number 1, you must first want a different outcome. Have you come to a point in your life that you are not willing to accept the same results anymore? Have you come to a point in your life that you really want a better life for yourself, a better life for your family? You want a different income level? You want a different standard of living? You want to buy your dream car, your dream condo, your dream house? Do you want a dream lifestyle, your dream travels? Do you truly want freedom? Do you want autonomy? Are you looking for the recognition that you are looking for? For insurance financial advisors, you might be looking for $1 million round table. You may be looking for quarter of the table. You might be even looking at top of the table. Are you looking at a different outcome? That's key number 1. Key number 2, realize that a different outcome requires a different you. Einstein says that The greatest insanity is to do the same things over and over again and expect a different result. But this is what most of us are doing. We are just doing and doing and doing and praying and hoping that something changes. Okay? That is not the way it works. Before things change, you must change. How do you change? First, change the inner, then it will come to the outer. Your mindset, your motivation, your mastery. All right? Your massive actions obviously has to happen before your results will come. And finally, the third key is that for all these things to happen, you must begin to see your blind spots. You must begin to see what you could not see all this while. You must have a realization of what are the things that you are not doing effectively, and those things ought to change. And you must know what to change, how to change, and why you are changing it. When you can do all this, things will happen very fast for you. All right? Just to share a illustration before I go. I have one guy who came, a veteran in the insurance business. He came because he do not want to be where he is anymore. He has enough struggles. And there was one period of his life where he has very low sales, and that probably prompted him to come. And when he came, what happened was, during the mentoring session, he was revealed to him through the discussion we have, through the facilitation, the questioning and the answering, the discussion and all that. He was shown his blind spots. And it is in the closing area, what we call the closing strategy. Okay. After hearing his part, I offer him one of the modules. I bring up the module of selling mastery for the group to discuss, for everyone to learn, especially for him. And in that selling mastery module, we address the selling process and we talk about the closing strategy. Okay. And for him, the emphasis was talking about the closing strategy, a 5 steps system to close the sale. Okay, to cut the story short, I reminded him that he must implement it, which is very different from what he's doing. And the following Tuesday, when he came back with 10 sales. From no sales for many months to 10 sales after learning how to see differently as far as the closing strategy is concerned. Okay? So that is an example of what happens when someone sees their blind spots and then in turn understand that they need to do a new series of actions to replace the old ways of doing things. So earlier I mentioned the example of being a good listener. Now I'm talking about the example of having a closing strategy, an effective closing strategy that helps you close most of the time. Okay, so this is how we help our our mentees and coaches achieve their quantum leap, double their production. You know, from $100 a month, even they can even sell $500 a month, $600 a month, and remove the limits from within them. When the limits that is stopping you is being removed and lifted, the sky is the limit for you. How much you want to do is how much your ambition will allow you to. And that is the reason why we have also a mentee in the past who went all the way to do top of the table, all right? The #1 accolade in the insurance industry, becoming second in his company in Singapore, and either #3 or #5 in the region. That's for the company of AIA. All right. So with that, I want to leave you for today. Tomorrow we'll be having another session. So I look forward to catch you should you access this video and want to learn some more. But before I go, maybe I want to remind you again, get your free report at leonardlau.com, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the chat box, and Veronica, you can get access to this. So it's www.leonardlau.com. Access your free report. And for those of you who are asking for more, what you can do is you can access this Sales Bible. Okay, I've just typed it in. leonardlau.com/Sales Bible. Okay, our mentees call this their Sales Bible. It is a 80-page book, which takes 2 years for me to compile, all right? All the insights, all the teachings that I give to our mentees are all included in this Sales Bible. When you access this Sales Bible and learn it in a thoughtful manner, reflecting on what is being written, you will have the opportunity to see some blind spots on your own, all right? So I leave you with this. Thank you for attending. Thank you for coming, Veronica. I hope to see you again tomorrow. And for anyone else who wants to join us, this mentoring 30 minutes mentoring moment is going to continue till this Friday. It's happening at 11 a.m. Singapore time for this series of free mentoring session. Everybody is welcome to join. Thank you for coming again. I have to round off the session right now. And